Special forces who protect the people and dangerous criminals are both sent to the hospital at the same time, but the doctor chooses to treat the criminal first. Shin Kili is very confused because although the criminal has a head injury, his comrade was shot in the head during a mission and the injury is obviously more severe. In such an emergency situation, the doctor made such a decision. He anxiously questioned the doctor, but the only answer he got was wait. It turned out that the hospital was short-staffed and could only start one operation first. Xiao Yuhan believed that the criminal's condition was more urgent, so based on professional judgment, he made this decision. If they didn't accept it, they could choose to transfer to another hospital. After checking, the nearest hospital that could perform surgery was 20 kilometers away, and transferring the criminal now would be riskier. Just when they were at a loss, Xiao Yuhan appeared again and told them to sign papers and prepare for the operation because after re-examining, the Special Forces member Xiao Chao's condition had worsened, so he decided to perform two operations at the same time, which violated hospital regulations and caused Su Yenshan's concern. She was worried about being blamed if something went wrong, which might also affect her. Mi Dai's attitude was completely different. Between rules and life was always the priority. The two didn't notice that their conversation was heard by Xiao Yuhan. He felt relieved by Mi Dai's values. Actually, besides his absolute confidence in his skills, he chose to perform two surgeries at the same time because he and Mi Dai shared the same sincere dedication to the medical profession. Although there were some small issues during the operation, both surgeries were successful under his guidance. When Shin Kili and others, who had been waiting outside the operating room, heard the news, they finally relaxed. They also apologized to Xiao Yuhan for their previous attitude. At this moment, Mi Dai also came out of the operating room. For the first time, he saw the vulnerable side of Shin Kili, who was usually like a steel warrior. His pale face was heartbreaking. After work, Mi Dai found Shin Kili alone outside the ICU and comforted him before taking him to eat. Shin Kili told Mi Dai that since he put on his police uniform, he had already prepared himself to sacrifice at any time. But when he saw his comrade in critical condition, he still couldn't accept it. He wished it was himself who was being taken into the operating room. At this moment, Shin Kili felt a deep sense of helplessness. Even though his comrade was in critical condition, he was powerless. Even though he was angry when he heard Dr. Xiao's decision, he had no way to do anything because he was a police officer. Mi Dai said that doctors have their own oath, and everyone is equal in front of life. Under Mi Dai's comfort, Shin Kili gradually got over his low mood. The next day, he saw Xiao Chao awake. However, the biggest hero, Xiao Yuhan, encountered trouble. Because of the previous surgery, some hospital leaders accused him of violating regulations and demanded strict punishment, believing his aggressive behavior would ruin the hospital's reputation. Facing the accusations and upcoming punishment, Xiao Yuhan remained silent and looked indifferent. But Mi Dai couldn't stand it. After getting the approval from the hospital president, he spoke up for Xiao Yuhan. He believed that Xiao Yuhan made this decision with complete confidence. Mi Dai's words earned everyone's applause and made Xiao Yuhan look at him in a new light. It also gave the president, who was already on Xiao Yuhan's side, a way out. Not only did they stop holding him responsible, but they even praised him. However, Mi Dai's brave speech was misunderstood, and people thought he was trying to please Xiao Yuhan, the new head of the neurosurgery department. Download the Daily Short app to watch full episodes for free.